man, stay safe, world. You already know what's going on. We got to talk about the situation with Ynw Melly, where it's not looking good for him. Prosecutors are basically saying after searching through his phone, they found like records and stuff that say that he was attempting to call a hit and kill his mom. We're gonna get right into it and other stuff that they're basically saying. But before we do, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and we gonna run this up. So basically, if you haven't really been following the Ynw Melly case, it's definitely not looking good for Ynw Melly. From the police detective that was basically like one of the key witnesses in the trial, even though the person wasn't there, but I guess like after the fact, set to testify that Ynw Melly was the triggerman in death of two friends. Basically, in the analysis of crime scene evidence and stuff, there was another basically bombshell that broke today that basically said that Ynw Melly, throughout his like phone conversations and stuff that they've received on his phone with like deleted information, he apparently was trying to call a hit on his mom. So when you look at the actual like court documents and stuff, it basically the prosecutors are alleging that like he was authorizing a bunch of different crimes too. So like, on top of the fact that even if he doesn't get in trouble for the murder or whatever, because it doesn't really specifically says that the murder is like something that he was really even talking about in the phone, like it's probably a wrap for his career based off the other shit, because they said that there's like admission to guilt of other crimes too. But basically, in the statement they said, at this point it's asked and answered. And then I guess the better question is, if anything has changed from your prior deposition. The witness, I'm guessing, I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure this might be the detective, and I have not found anything to go against this. If I had found anything to go against it, I would have stated, such as the original gang name, right? What they called early on, and what they were calling themselves early on, the 40th Avenue Army Gang. That's something I learned between the last deposition and this one, and I have stated it at this point. It doesn't change anything because they were still repping blood. And then Mr. Adelstein basically says, Ross, in your opinion, Melly authorized any communications for the commission of a crime? Yes. If you read his phone, there's narcotics trafficking, firearm violations, authorizing the killing of his mother. Those are things you would consider authorizing. Is there any physical evidence to identify him as a criminal gang member? And then they said his phone, social media accounts, song, YouTube. So basically, it's definitely not looking good. But I mean, it doesn't look like they have any strong evidence that he was the one that like killed his friends or whatever. But throughout the evidence that they have basically on his phone, it's looking like they have evidence that he is basically, I don't know, some racketeering shit, basically firearms trafficking, like drug trafficking, talking about stuff like that. But I guess he didn't really talk about anything with killing his friends, because if he did talk about killing his friends on that phone, obviously it would be like an open shut case, and they're still kind of dealing with it. So I don't know if the evidence is super strong against Melly. I mean, they have all the real criminal evidence with like the ballistics and stuff like that, but when you think about it, really, I mean, like, he's not getting charged for the firearm shit and like all the other stuff, I guess. But the fact that they say that they have like communication that he was trying to like kill his own mother, it definitely doesn't paint him in a good light, you know? Like, if he's willing to kill his own mother, then it's like, who would he not be willing to kill? You think he would spare his friends instead? Like, I guess that's the argument that they're trying to say. Honestly though, like, I feel like this whole case, like, it's not really, I feel like it's more of a thing that they're trying to paint this picture of him, and we can't really tell. Like, the evidence, it's not like they have like video evidence of this man doing some crazy shit. It's all kind of hearsay and based off like circumstantial, like after the fact evidence and shit like that. So it's not really like you can make a full judgment on it. So it's basically gonna come down to whether or not, and it's not like they've come out with any new evidence since like the last 3 years. All they've been saying is the shit that happened with the ballistics and stuff, which I guess is pretty strong evidence. But it's like, realistically, you could get your own expert that could dispute that. So it's basically gonna be interesting to see like what exactly goes down with this whole case, honestly, because there's not no clear-cut answer. Like, it's not an open and shut case like a lot of other cases. It's kind of been dragging on for forever. I know that his, I guess, lawyer has been dragging it on and stuff like that. And, you know, with the pandemic and everything, this is going on for years. And just like anything with the U.S. justice system, it's going to take a minute. So honestly, I have no idea what's going to happen in the future, and not a lot of people do, but this is definitely some crazy shit. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Let me know if y'all think this is true, or if you think the cops are just trying to paint a picture of Melly to try to make him look bad and shit. Let me know what y'all think, man. Real stay safe shit. You already know what's going on. Peace.